When clinic owners think about HIPAA enforcement, they pictured this: multi-state hospital systems, shadowy cyber syndicates, and rows of servers and fortified data centers. But the reality of federal enforcement looks very different. The Department of Health and Human Services is actively pursuing smaller, more frequent settlements, rather than rare blockbuster fines. Last year alone, the Office for Civil Rights handed down $148 million in total financial penalties. And if we look closely at a recent year's data, 55% of those settlements landed squarely on small medical practices. Believing your clinic is too small to draw attention is a financial trap. Federal regulators are routinely penalizing practice-sized entities. Size offers zero protection. The triggers for these fines aren't exotic digital breaches. They start right here, at the front desk. In fact, a missing or inadequate security risk analysis is cited in roughly 90% of all security rule enforcement actions. It is the single most common and most preventable failure. The rest of the list is equally mundane. Practices are penalized for leaving digital files unencrypted or for letting too many staff view sensitive records without logging who looked at what. These gaps happen because clinics rely on tribal knowledge. When staff depend on undocumented manual workarounds to push through the daily patient load, standard security protocols slip through the cracks. Treating HIPAA as a binder you update once a year leaves your clinic's operations incredibly fragile. It turns minor daily inefficiencies into severe, unforced financial penalties. The most common HIPAA violations reveal a clear pattern. True compliance is a natural property of a well-run practice. The standardized workflows and clear access controls that make your clinic efficient are the exact mechanisms that generate the paper trail auditors demand. To capture that efficiency, clinics are aggressively adopting new third-party software, deploying AI scribes and automated scheduling tools to speed up their workflow. But the moment you hand protected health information over to a vendor, their security posture becomes your liability. Right now, 34% of healthcare data breaches originate from external partners. That makes the Business Associate Agreement, or BAA, completely non-negotiable. If a vendor touches patient data without a signed BAA on file, you are legally exposed. Saving a few dollars on a cheap, non-compliant software subscription makes zero mathematical sense when weighed against a multi-million-dollar breach settlement. This is where Carentix comes in. As a managed operations partner, Carentix systematically rebuilds a clinic's administrative architecture from the ground up. Carentix ensures every piece of vendor software is gated behind a verified BAA checkpoint before accessing your network. Inside, strict role-based access controls dictate who sees what. Every file opened automatically generates a time-stamped audit trail. With that secure foundation in place, Carentix deploys fully vetted, end-to-end encrypted automation tools to take over heavy workloads without leaking protected data. By engineering these controls directly into your daily processes, your clinic recovers hundreds of hours of front desk labor through modern automation without inheriting the legal risks. When an ad hoc clinic gets notice of an audit, the result is sheer panic and a frantic scramble to assemble months of missing documentation. But when your operations are actively logging themselves year-round, you achieve continuous readiness. The data is already there, completely eliminating the annual emergency. Good operations and regulatory compliance are exactly the same work. You do not have to choose between a fast, highly automated clinic and a legally secure one. If you do only one thing after watching this, complete a current comprehensive security risk analysis. Closing that single gap puts you ahead of the majority of practices overnight. To permanently solve the compliance problem, partner with Carentix. Turn compliance from a high-stress fire drill into an invisible, automated property of your daily operations.
Carentix. Exceptional people, seamless healthcare.